Good morning, beautiful people. I am in Quezon Memorial Circle Gardens and I'm just walking past President Manuel L. Quezon's home that was dismantled brick by brick and rebuilt here. And it's about 11:30, a very windy day. We're in enhanced GCQ restrictions, heading inexorably towards ECQ, the really big restrictions. But we're not there yet. So I'm trying to get out a little bit before Friday. The tomb of President Manuel Quezon and his wife Aurora is located inside the base of the monument. The Quezon Memorial Shrine is an Art Deco-style monument and was designed by Federico Illustre. Built during the 1950s, it stands in the middle of the Quezon Memorial Circle. The 66-metre shrine, representing President Quezon's age when he died, stands in the middle of the vast elliptical-shaped park. It has an observation deck that can hold 60 people, accessed via a spiral staircase, which gives visitors a terrifying case of vertigo and a panoramic view of the city. At the top of the pylons are 3 mourning angels holding sampaguita wreaths, which is the national flower of the Philippines. The regional identities of the angels represented, which can be discerned by their respective cultural attire, is Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao, the 3 most populous islands of the Philippines. So this is a memorial to the late President Manuel L. Quezon, who was a pretty interesting character. He was president for 9 years, from 1935 to 1944. And if you know your history, that's just prior to the Second World War and during the Second World War. And so he also ran the government in exile from Washington DC after the Japanese invaded the Philippines. He was responsible for a lot of social reform and humanitarian deeds, I suppose you could say. Some of his social reform was pretty amazing. He introduced the Court of Industrial Relations to the Philippines, the 8-hour working day, and the minimum wage, which is pretty good in itself. He was also responsible for the establishment of the Tagalog language, which is the language of the people of Luzon, really, and the majority of the population. But establishing that as the basis for the national language, which is called Tagalog. In 1938, President Quezon was responsible for, with several other people, but was responsible for facilitating the entry to the Philippines of about 1,300 Jews, persecuted Jews from Europe, who otherwise would probably have been sent to the camps. What?
Bawal. May permit muna, kuha muna tayo permit sa...
I can't go there. Oh, okay. Thank you. It looks like a shortcut. And God, I love a shortcut. Boy, it's hot. Quite a long time ago, I received some really interesting critical comments from a subscriber who has since become something of a friend, even though we haven't met. And it was on his suggestion that I came here. His name's Rome. And I thought it'd be worth saying that from time to time I've given Rome early access to my vlogs on YouTube before anyone else sees them, so that he can give me a critique on the editing and the content. He's also helped me out a lot with search engine optimization and naming of vlogs, and with vlog ideas, but also the reasons behind why those places would be good places to vlog. Oh, it's getting windy. So, thanks mate. The research on this place was, as usual, incredibly difficult, because one thing leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another, and you could just spend, you know, a lifetime reading Filipino history, because it's just so interesting. And this place here, this memorial park, which is actually a national park, it's pretty big. It's not that big. I think things are made national parks here for heritage protection. Well, the apartment I'm in at the moment doesn't have a balcony, but if it did, I'd fill it up. It's like a library of pot plants. Oh, they're selling punnets of herbs for 200 pesos. Gee, if you're thinking of getting a few pot plants, this would definitely be the place to come. Amazing. Oh, is it any wonder I wear dark colours normally? See, I'm sweating. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying these off the beaten track adventures, please consider liking and subscribing and ringing the bell. Immersing oneself in the many splendid splashes of colour and the calming green surrounds has been medically proven to lower blood pressure and reduce stress. It provides a mood transfusion and a salve to the anxieties and fatigue that comes with the constant contact we must endure with life's petty bureaucracies.
Do not choose this video because no permit.
There's no one around. I got here on the MRT1 line from Bonnie, and I took the train to the Araneta Centre Cabal, which just sort of, you get off the train and you can walk straight into a shopping centre, shopping mall, go down to the ground floor, and then there are buses. It's right near the Cabal Farmers Market as well. There are buses there that you can get here, or you just get a taxi for about 100 pesos and you're here. and certainly after the hard lockdown, if you're thinking of coming to Manila as a tourist, this would definitely be a good place to come. It'd be a great place to come, and come early before it gets too hot. Well, I think I've done my 10,000 steps, and I'm exhausted, so it's time to take my advice on the travel plans in reverse and get a taxi to the Araneta Centre, Cabao, MRT 1, and catch a train back to Bonnie. I hope you've enjoyed this little the little bit of information that I've actually managed to include in this vlog. It's the sort of vlog that you could do it 10 times and do it differently each time. But I've certainly enjoyed it, and I've certainly enjoyed the research. So take care.